Hello everyone and welcome to the market breakdown for the week commencing 18th of January. So yeah, let's get straight into it. So starting off, we've got the DXY. For those of you who are not aware, the DXY is the current strength of the dollar index. So obviously upcoming we're going to have some nice markets. As we can see, the DXY has been a bit choppy recently, but I'm about to show you. We're having a nice sort of breakout of this downwards trend line, and it's given us sort of a clear direction of where the dollar is actually going to go. Based off the weekly closure with this weekly sort of candle here, and then the bullish closure from obviously last week, I expect DXY to pull back to this area, sort of the 91.7 area, which is obviously good to have some clear data, because obviously, you know, last few weeks been consolidate. But now we've got this clear sort of direction, so it'd be good to have some nice easy markets to trade rather than, you know, choppy markets, because recently they haven't been that fun. But I'm looking forward to this week. It's going to be good. So obviously the DXY, keep in mind that we think the DXY is going to be bullish this week predominantly. So obviously this is gold on the weekly chart. We have the upwards weekly trend line. Now, if gold were to respect this trend line, then we would see targets up as 2065. But the problem is, obviously, I'm not a fan of a bullish bias on gold this week, purely because based on what I said about DXY. The bullishness for DXY obviously gives me a full bearish view on gold. So yeah, I'm not really sure what's going to happen. I mean, possibly we see a break of the trend line, and then it's just a simple sort of retest. So it's, oh, my apologies. So you see it break. Oh, my mouse is, I need to get a new mouse. My mouse has been stupid recently. Okay, so see a break, pullback to this area, and then a breakdown down to here. Possibly, but I'm a bit sort of nah. I want some clear sort of confirmation on gold before I take a trade on it, because I'm not really sure what's going to happen. And again with gold, sort of this last week it was just a consolidation week, couldn't really get much going for it. Now this is a trade I'm definitely going to be taking this week, USD CHF. So obviously keeping in mind that the DXY is bullish and USD CHF very good, matches up with our DXY outlook, and yeah, we expect this to rally this week. So what we've got is, we scroll down to the 4 hour, we've got a triangle formation at the resistance after a push down last week. Last week, sort of what I was aiming to see happen was a sort of head and shoulders form, but I didn't quite get the pullback all that I was hoping to pull down to this area, but that's fine. But yeah, so what I'll be waiting for this week is a breakout of this triangle here, and then sort of retest. So let me just show you. So breakout somewhere here, wait for a retest, and then we'll be entering buys. Oh my god, this mouse. And then we'll be entering buys up to there, so nice little sort of 100 pip trade that we'll be aiming for on that. Now pound yen, I have mixed feelings about pound yen. Overall, I always thought pound would be bullish, but so earlier I was playing around, and obviously there's this resistance there, and a possible, well, I drew this channel on. I don't know how sort of certified this sort of channel is, but we'll see obviously as the week commences. I did put this trend line on, and as you can see, it's sort of breaking out of this trend line here. Rejecting it quite nicely, to be honest. So maybe we see a breakdown to sort of the 140 area, but I also did notice, so obviously if I take my Fibonacci's, apologies, draw them on, swing high, oh no, not from there, sorry, from this swing low here to this swing high. We are sort of approaching the 50%/61 point area, so I'm sort of curious to see what happens and see how price plays around that area, and then make a sort of decision. But I have no clear bias on pound yen as it stands. I'm not It could go either way. Not really sure. But obviously at the moment, big daily bearish candle. So we'll see what happens as the week plays out. Euro JPY, beautiful trade last week. Is you may have seen before. We had the analysis done about here, and obviously the shorts does match up. We'll see at least a pullback to this sort of area. So I expect it to continue drop till around here, and then we'll play and well, we'll sort of see what happens. Obviously correlating with Euro USD. You know, very bearish last week. Euro JPY, Euro USD, they obviously correlate to each other. And Euro USD on the weekly, you see that sort of thing, to similar situation to the XY. The nice, beautiful reversal candle here, followed by a huge bearish closure from last week on the weekly. So I am expecting it to sort of pull back to this weekly zone here. So my sort of thing, what I'll be expecting to happen here is if I just go on to the 4 hour, I'll be expecting sort of rejection from this area. Pull back. Oh, this mouse is triggering me. Okay, pull back to that area, retest there, and then a big push down to this zone down here. Okay, nice and simple, but works obviously. So yeah, that's what I'll be expecting for the USD. Obviously the pound, sort of similar situation to pound yen. Not really too sure what's going to go down, but what I'm basically waiting for on the pound is I'm going to wait and see what happens at this trend line here, and if we break it then we're short, if we bounce off it then we're long to this 138 earlier, as we spoke about in the last week. Okay, and USD CAD, I'm not really sure about USD CAD. Obviously, like I say, the DXY being bullish and that weekly closure there, I do feel like USD CAD could have a nice bullish week this week. But again, what I'll wait for is I'll wait for some confirmation. I'll wait for it to break out of this trend line, if so, wait for the retest of this area, and then I'll let it obviously pop up. So let me just draw that on. So bang, bang, something like that, you know. Nice and simple, and obviously wait for the confirmation to be sure. UJ, I like UJ for a buy. I'll be watching UJ closely as market opens, and just sort of seeing how it sort of reacts, because I do, obviously with the DXY being quite bullish, I do like this daily closure from Friday last week on this resistance, so I sort of do favour longs on this, especially with the DXY confirmation. So yeah, I do think this is quite a good trade to be taking this week. Yeah, I think this weekly candle here will just be ignored and it will push the upside, but obviously we'll see as the market opens. So yeah, that's basically my sort of watch list for this week. I was looking at AU actually as well. So AU, sort of triangle thing formed here. We'll wait and see what happens with this. Obviously if it respects this line here, then we'll wait for the breakout at the top. So I'll just draw both scenarios for you quickly. So obviously it breaks below, retest down. If it comes back up, retest up. Literally just wait and see what happens. There's no need to rush into anything. Wait for those sure, you know, more confident trades. But yeah, overall, quite a few opportunities come in this week. Obviously I'm hoping for a really good week this week, considering that the DXY is now done fanning around. Like always, if any of you have any questions about the analysis or just anything in general, then don't hesitate to hit us up. And also make sure all you guys have joined the Discord, as there'll be lots of stuff in there, and there'll also be information about stocks. And finally, last note is we will be releasing our website at the end of the month, where you'll be able to get lots of South Street goodies. We'll be selling mugs, t-shirts, hoodies, etc, etc. You know, just obviously when we release it, just have a browse and see if there's anything you like. Okay, alright, I'll catch you all in the week, and yeah, let's make some money this week.